story time for you guys. It was absolutely scary. Alright, here we go. So, last night, the kids were outside playing in the front yard. My neighbors are my nieces and nephews, and they're all 13 and 14, so they were hanging outside. The kids were outside. And lo and behold, we've never had this happen. We live in a small town. I've never experienced this ever in my life. But last night there was a guy who decided to drive by the house multiple times. And he seen the kids standing outside, and so he decided that he was going to drive by again and pull up next to them. Mind you, they're all jumping on the trampoline, minding their own business. And he hollers at them. And they're like, what? Kind of like, what's going on? It's the guy, it was not a kid. The kids confirmed that it was a grown adult. Had stopped and asked the kids if they wanted to smoke. Now, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Considering we don't know him, he doesn't know them, and they're kids. They're freaking kids. And they said no, and then he just sat there waiting, and then another kid said no, and then the other one said no. These are the teenage children that were jumping on the trampoline. Anyways, so like, they say no, and he just sits there, and then they look back at the house to go get Uncle Chris, run in and get Uncle. And come to find out, he speeds off, so of course now we're like freaked out because we have no clue where he went. I came back with some stuff from the store, and everybody's sitting outside together, and I'm like, what's going on? Because normally they're jumping on the trampoline, or at this point Uncle Chris is sitting outside, and my kids, I don't remember, I think they were inside, or half of them were inside, half of them were outside, and the other kids were standing there, and I was confused because I was like, well, they never do that. They're always jumping on the trampoline, like, what's going on? And then Chris told me the story about how this guy tried to lure them into their car with a smoke. I don't know what kind or what it was. Not that matters, but the whole point to this is that this just happened. So be sure that you're watching your kids and that you're outside with your kids at all times, whether they're 16 or they're younger. It doesn't matter because it could happen to anyone. So now the rule, it was okay for them to go outside and play on the trampoline before. They never had any issues, They just went outside and played. We had windows, and we have windows so we can see them. But apparently that's not good enough because now we've got people stopping in our front yard pretty much. So, that being said, now we have no rules in place. We walk with people. We don't, adults only, like you can only leave with an adult. Life's gonna suck for a while because we don't know who it was. We don't know what his intentions were. I feel like he was trying to kidnap the kids. I don't know what he was trying to do, but the moment they said no and looked back at the house, he took off, so it was a little weird. A little bit weird. Yeah. So now the kids are not allowed to leave without an adult. They're not allowed to play outside without an adult. Why? Because I don't want my kids getting kidnapped or my nieces and nephews getting kidnapped. The whole entire story was freaking weird. We live in a small town now, guys, so we're not used to that. We're used to letting the kids go out and play, and they do their farm stuff. Chris is in the garage, Not anymore. Apparently it's scary out there. Yeah, so that was the highlight of our night last night. It was actually pretty scary. We all went to bed, and I couldn't sleep last night because it was it's just one of those things. You're just like, what in the world? You know, what is wrong with people? What is their whole thought process when they're doing this stupid stuff? Like, stop trying to steal kids. Stop trying to steal people, period. It's ignorant, dumb, and just don't do it. Like, duh. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, life's gonna get hard because the kids love going to the park, and that's what the kids do around here. They walk around town by themselves. They go to the park by themselves because they've never had to worry about anything like this. So I guess the supervision will be cracked down on because that's not enough. But anyways, you guys, thank you for watching the video, and subscribe and like this video, and I will see you in the next one.